Hopefully I can do this in one take. So, with this channel, I have this channel for almost a year. I think the first year anniversary will be November 28th. And there have been a lot of interesting comments that I've looked into that most people are not aware of. And some of them are actually beneficial or helpful. Some of them offer some type of advice on how they treated their condition, how they were able to get their thing under control. And just recently, I read some type of comment, maybe I'm going to show the comment up, about some guy saying that he was able to eliminate his T-Mal type 2 but just by drinking kombucha tea and kefir every day for about 2 months, and she said he completely eliminated that. But as I continue to see the comments, I saw that somebody asked him, "Hey, why don't you do an interview?" And he was like, "No, you should. I don't really need to do the interview. I just gave you the solution. All you had to do is drink kombucha tea and drink kefir every day for 2 months, and that would be gone too." I sort of disagree with the idea that you shouldn't do interviews. And of course, obviously, I would like to do interviews. I think a lot of people have this misconception about interviews. The reason why I did interviews is for a couple of reasons. One of the reasons is because I wanted other people to connect with other people that are close to you. That's why I asked, where are you located? Because if someone is from the same place, maybe they want to connect with you and you could do meetups. A second thing I wanted to do is to highlight that this thing is just not just you who is experiencing it. There's this experience, other people are experiencing the same thing and probably have similar stories. So now you realize, okay, you're not crazy, it's not in your head. And the third reason why I wanted to create interviews is because sometimes they will mention some type of products or methods that actually help them along the way that no other person thought about. Sometimes I feel like sometimes they mention like the same type of food or they mention the same type of product, which might intrigue somebody or interest somebody to try to take this product, and maybe they will get the same results. So I did it for all those things. And with people who have treated their odor and they feel like, man, okay, I don't really need to, do an interview. I think it would be of people's best interest that you do an interview, or at least tell your story. I was really thinking about not because I know a lot of my interviews are about like an hour or so long, and for people who have treated their odor, maybe I was thinking about making like a series of I forgot what I was gonna call it, how I treated this. I think it was gonna be something like that as a title, and it's gonna be like 20 minutes long, and you basically explain what methods you're doing, what products you're using, what type of food you're eating, and how long did it take for you to realize that you controlled or eliminated your odor. For going back to the guy who said that he eliminated his T-Mal type 2 with just kombucha tea and kefir, there's so many other questions to ask, like what type of kombucha tea did you use? What type of kefir did you use? Do you have confirmed T-Mal type 2? Did you do a urine test, or did you what's the other test? I forgot what the other test is. I think it's some type of genetic test or DNA test is checked, but I guess that's only for T-Mal type 1. And how do you know for a fact, how long have you been odor free or eliminated your T-Mal type 2? Like, just because you told me that you just took kombucha tea and kefir, there's still more questions to be asked about it. And I think if what you're saying is true, that you completely eliminated it, this is really big. This is really big. And let's say you just don't like to be interviewed at all. I mean, if you just sent me some summary or essay where I can read all the things you took, how much it cost, did you have confirmed T-Mal type 2? Like, that would be really helpful. And then I could I could record it and I can, put it on my BO Sufferers thing and share it to other people. So then now there's more information out into this community as opposed to one person controlling their odor. And there's other people that other comments I've actually read where people said, oh, I followed the Candida diet, or oh, I did somewhat of a Candida diet and I ate this, that, the third. I think people like that are very important, and I think sharing this information does matter. I think the reason why going back to the guy, I forgot his name, going back to the guy who said he just drank kombucha tea and kefir, he said he was suffering it for 16 years. And I think if there was something in the beginning of your year where somebody shared this information to you, you probably saved a whole bunch of time and lived your life to the fullest if somebody shared this information out. That's why it's really important for us to share anything and just document it. That's another reason why I wanted to do interviews. I wanted to document that, like, this thing is occurring. Regardless if doctors confirm it or not, there is some type of thing that is going on that's causing us to smell. And yes, T-mal has been confirmed for some people, but again, majority of people don't have T-mal. If you actually look into the interview I had with Maria, she said like 70% of people who take these T-mal tests do not have T-mal at all, or T-mal type 2. It's some unknown thing. And if we can really, I don't know, if you're scared to do interviews or whatever, I mean, you can just send me like an email of the type of kombucha that you take, the type of kefir that you take, the type of probiotics, if there's any other things that you think helped you, and I can just read them and share them in a video and then put them in a file of what type of products you use and the price of these things, and then people can take from that and possibly improve their lives. I think it's very important to share this information, and I really think it's very good to like create success stories. That's actually what the series I wanted to call it, success stories, and make it less than 20 minutes. You don't have to talk about your whole life story. All you have to talk about is the things that you're taking, that you've done, that created success or eliminated or reduced some type of halitosis or PATM. It doesn't even have to be fecal odor. It could be PATM, it could be halitosis, whatever. I think that stuff is essential. If anybody has a success story, just email me at blsuffers@gmail.com. I think this will be impactful for everybody. And if we constantly find this pattern of taking this type of product or doing this type of method and having constant success stories of this, we'll finally find a solution to majority of our problems. Like, nobody really wants to smell for the rest of our lives. And if somebody has completely beat the whatever the thing is that is causing us to have these symptoms, I think people should know about them. In any case, salute. That's all I want to say. It's important to share information.